All right, The Girl in Question. This aired May 5th, 2004, the night before the final episode of Friends aired.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
The one what's that one called?
it's called The Last One.
The last one, damn.
Yeah. And the number one movie in America now is Mean Girls.
Great.
Yeah, that had come out. I didn't see it for a couple years later.
That's a
Uh,
franchise. They made a second one and then that musical.
that's right.
I think it's a DVD sequel though.
Yeah, yes, it is. All right. Also coming out this week, debuting at number four, The Laws of Attraction, which is not The Rules of Attraction. It's a different movie where Julianne Moore and Pierce Brosnan play lawyers who fall in love. All
Hmm.
right. Then there's debuting at number five is Godsend, which was sort of like a horror thriller with Robert De Niro in it. It's pretty boring. And then debuting at number six, Envy. And this is the one
Envy.
I saw in the group situation. All right.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah,
is a
tell me about
Barry
this.
Levinson film with Jack Black and Ben Stiller. They're the co-leads of it. Christopher Walken's in it as well. And I went to go see it like the day it came out. I was a big Jack Black fan by this point. You know, this is like after School of Rock, and um, it was pretty bad.
Hmm.
All right. And then 2 days later, I was out in a group with Kim and some other people, and they all decided, let's go see a movie. Let's
So you'd
just
already seen it.
so we went to the movie theater and we just like went to see what was starting soon.
Yeah.
And that's what was starting soon. Everyone was like, "Oh, Ben Stiller and Jack Black. Let's go see that."
People do that. That's crazy. See, I've worked at movie theaters, and when people come in and they're like, "What's playing?" I'm always
Yeah.
like, "Who are you? Exist? You're not a real person, but you
Yeah.
you that's real."
Yeah, that happened.
I can't
So
imagine doing that.
so I ended up seeing that movie twice in 3 days.
Was it better the first or second time? Pick.
Ugh.
And have you seen it
Maybe
since?
I actually have.
Oh my
I, I
god.
I think it was maybe better the second time just because I didn't have the weight of expectations. I was just sort of like, I guess I'll just sit here and watch this.
Is
I
every movie better the second time?
I focused on the lady sitting next to me a little more.
Hmm. So you were
No,
not focused on the movie so much. You're focused more on the lady.
the second time, yeah,
So how was it better the second time? If you're not even
because
watching
the
this one.
lady was better than the movie.
But you're not giving the movie your all.
It was a
How can it
better
be
experience.
better experience is fair? What about the third time? Did it get even better?
Yeah, I saw it on like DVD when it came out on DVD, and it was all right. It's a weird movie, man.
What
They
movie are you talking about again?
envy.
And okay.
One of them gets rich. Here's what it is. It's Ben Stiller and Jack Black are friends. Okay. Jack Black comes up with an idea. What if there was a spray that you could spray on dog shit when you're walking your dog and the shit just disappears? All right.
Okay.
And Ben Stiller, he's like, "Do you want to invest in that?" He asks his friend. Ben Stiller says, "No, that's ridiculous. That could ever happen. Leave me alone." And then he gets somebody, I don't remember who, maybe it's Christopher Walken, like a scientist, and they come up with it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets rich off of that. And Ben Stiller is infuriated because he could have been on the ground floor of this.
Right.
And yeah,
It's like gray matter.
that's where envy comes in.
Damn. Do they show like the special effect of like the poop going away?
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
Well, is it funny? That's a funny movie.
It's fine.
Who made it?
Barry Levinson.
Did you know Stiller as Jerry Stiller's son? Was that like what you knew him as back then?
No, I knew Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller had been famous like my whole life.
I
You
made
know,
the cable guy at that point, right?
yeah, yeah, but he had done the Ben Stiller show in like the early '90s. He showed up on like an early episode of Friends. Like he was a thing, and he was in like he also did kids movies too. So I knew him as a kid. He
The
was in
fat
heavy,
one.
yeah, heavyweights. Um, so no, no, no. What it was more like I I was watching Seinfeld once, and one of my parents must have said like that's Ben Stiller's dad.
Oh wow, that's very cool.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I didn't know Jerry Stiller existed until I watched Seinfeld. And I was like,
Hmm.
oh, Ben Stiller has a famous dad? What the heck? So anyway, Envy.
Are,
There was a phone called Envy when I was growing up that was like a normal like beep 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 phone, and then you flipped it sideways and slid it up or flipped it up, and that was called an Envy, and that was
there
like
were
the
a lot of
phone to
those.
have when I was like in sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth grade. So
I didn't have a
Envy.
phone in sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth grade.
I didn't either.
I never
Well,
wanted
ninth
a.
grade I did.
I fought getting a cell phone for a really long time, which was stupid because as soon as I got a cell phone, I was like, oh wow, I could just like talk to chicks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when but I didn't get one until I went to college. My mom made me get a cell phone so she could be like in contact with me while I was in college.
You're like the only person who was like, I don't want a cell phone,
Yeah.
even when you were getting being forced to get one.
I got a flip phone. You text using the T9 function. Remember T9?
I never know what's what.
So you have to like click the number a
If you
few
do
times to get
C,
to the
beep beep
letter.
beep, you do
Yeah,
like A
yeah.
B C.
Right.
I
I
preferred it where like if you're
I got
typing, go
sorry,
ahead.
I got so good at that, Logan.
Yeah,
I got I still think I was a better texter when T9 was the
that doesn't even
thing.
make sense. I preferred the one where you could just type the letter once and spell out the word, and it would sort of autocorrect
Yeah.
and like try to guess what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but it always guesses wrong.
It did, but it was like an early autocorrect. I thought it was so cool.
All right. Let's talk about the girl in question, huh?
Okay, let's talk about Buffy.
All right, so this one's co-written by Stephen S. DeKnight and Drew Goddard. This is their final episode. And interesting director for this one,
Mm-hmm.
the co-creator of Angel, David Greenwald, who left after the third season. His final episode he wrote and directed the season 3 finale, where
Wow.
Connor sends Angel down and Cordelia rises up to the sky.
Deep
And
Down, what's that called?
no, that was the season 4 premiere. This one was called
Damn it.
Tomorrow.
Damn it. I'll never get it one right on the first guess.
Mm. But so he's back. The show's ending. He decides, let me come back. I'll direct an episode. So this is his return. And James Marster said it was his first time ever meeting David Greenwald.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's freaking crazy. That's cool though.
Well, they'd only crossed paths. Like Greenwald was a writer in season 2, but like in season 2, James Marsters was just like a guest star.
Right.
So like he didn't really need to meet the writing staff.
That's cool. Looks like, and I hated him. Greenwald sucked. He was an asshole to me. Did you say that?
No, supposedly very.
No.
He's had kind words to say.
Oh.
All right.
I love when the director and star have the same name. That's cool. How often does that happen? I wonder.
I don't know. All right, Logan.
Yep.
Let's hear your thoughts on the girl in question.
All right. We get half cocked versus full cock. What do you prefer, Daniel?
Well, are we talking about me having a cock, or is it in my butthole?
That's not where I thought this was going. I regret asking that
If it's in
question.
my butthole, I pick half cock.
How is it going in there if it's half? I don't
Well,
understand.
it won't. It won't fit. It
It's
won't make it much of a dent. So that would be better for me. I don't really like things going up my butt.
That's fair.
There are girls who love to put their fingers up there, though.
Wow. You want to call them out?
Yep.
Don't call
Shout
them out.
out
Don't call them
Rachel
out.
Coy.
Oh man. So Spike, we're sending. I did not understand what any of this meant. The capo de familia. I did not understand what that was or anything about that. But I just went with it. Spike's being sent to Italy to deal. Some head was cut off, and we have to deal with that. I don't
Right.
know. That's what I got.
There's a client that was killed, and if they can get his head back to like the demon clan fast enough, then he can like pupate and get reborn. But
Right.
if it sits there in Italy for too long, he's just dead.
and it's being held in like a, I thought it was like a bowling ball bag where you'd keep a bowling ball in.
It
That's what it
was
looked
like
like
that.
to me. It was very cool. And then Angel gets a call from his friend that's been spying on Buffy.
Yeah, yeah, he's got some Wolfram Hart spies out there checking in on Buffy.
Did she beat the spy up? Is that what I gathered?
He
She
got
like
caught.
caught the spy and
Yeah,
she beat him up. I think that's what he said later on. And then we get the credits and we learn about the Immortal was spotted in Rome. And that's where Buffy is. And Angel thinks this is all a plot to cut off the Capo de Familia's head, get him sent to Rome, and then the Immortal's going to kill both him and Buffy at the same time in a battle. That's what Angel's thinking.
right.
And but he said he's not scared. He says, Harmony, get the freaking jet ready. I'm ready to go. So him and Spike head off. I wanted to say I don't know what's going on with this, but in the jet we always get the split diopter shots, and I don't know if they just have a box of split diopter lenses near the set of where the jet is or what's going on. But this is like the at least the second time where we've had the jet set with the split diopter lens, and I don't know what's going on there, but I had to bring that up. Anyway, we get flashbacks to Italy. We get first in the 50s. It's a nice black and white thing, but
I
then we
love
quickly cut
that
away.
that thing. And they all they say is "ciao,
Ciao.
ciao, ciao,
And Angel's like,
ciao."
I wasn't there. I was in 1894 Italy in the room of pain, he says.
Mm-hmm.
And we see him as Angelus and William the Bloody chained up, and then they beat up guys, and then they go home to find Darla passed out. I knew not
Right.
dead because she she is gonna be alive, you know.
She was just fucked real good.
Yeah, that's what happened. Put to bed. And then we go we're at Wolfram and Hart. Well, oh, Wesley, this was crazy. Crazy coincidence. He makes Illyria mad enough to like walk off away from him, and then the Burkles come out of the elevator right on time. Like as soon as she
Mm-hmm.
walked off, it was pretty crazy coincidence. But I like Lauren, by the way. Burkles. That was
Yeah,
very funny to me. What were they were going to Hawaii or on their way back from
I
Hawaii?
think they're on their way back.
Okay, they should have had Lays if that was the case. If
Oh,
they're on their
great
way
call.
back, I thought
Great
they were
call.
going there. That was a mistake by Greenwald, maybe a production designer. I don't know who to blame there. But Angel and Spike go to an apartment, and who answers the door? Daniel.
It's Andrew. It was
Andrew.
actually supposed to be Dawn. In the original script for this episode, it was Dawn.
Oh,
And they couldn't get Michelle Trachtenberg. She was away filming Euro Trip. So at the last
she
second,
was on her own Euro trip, just
yeah.
like these guys are.
Well, yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
So they got Tom Lank to come back in.
For their second time this
Mm-mm.
season. It's very fun. And he says that he's living with Buffy and Dawn. I don't really know why. Like, why not? Uh, and Buffy, she has a boyfriend, the Immortal, and they cuddle up on the couch together all the time. That's crazy. I loved that though. I loved all the stuff with Buffy dating the Immortal and everyone else wanting to fuck the Immortal. It was very funny. I loved all that. And then we see him leave. He like heads out, I think. Or is that later? That might be later.
That's later.
Yeah, sorry. We get another flashback. We see that oh, this is when we see Darla wake up. She's like, I just got fucked by the Immortal. It was awesome. And then Drusilla comes in and she's like, me too. And then Spike with a hilarious line and assumption. He says, like, back to back, he fucked our women. And then they were like, no, at the same time.
Concurrently.
Concurrently. It's so funny he would assume back to back.
And he says, but you don't let us do that.
Yeah. That was hilarious. I think
Um,
Angel said that actually.
this was one last hurrah. You get Juliet Landau, Julie Benz, James Marsters, and Boreanaz in a room together one last time before the series ends.
They were awesome.
They said it was very emotional to film, but they were glad it was like a funny scene, so like it couldn't get too emotional.
All the other
um
ones have been. You're right.
and also Julie Benz said that it her the blanket got caught on a camera at the end, and she flashed the whole crew by accident.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Is that on a DVD extra?
I wish.
Uh, the Burkles much prefer Wolfram and Hart to the Hyperion Hotel. That was very funny. Glad you got out of that ratty hotel. That was scary. And then who walks in but Fred, Winifred, their daughter, looking all cute like Fred does. No blue to be seen. And Wesley,
Mm-hmm.
I thought, gave a great little reaction in that moment, just staring off like, what in the hell is going on?
Horrified.
Yeah, very good. And then we cut back to Angel and Spike. We're at a nightclub, and I wanted to look this person up because she might be my LVP.
The bartender?
Yeah, I did not think she was very good. Credited bartendress. I've never heard that
Oh
before.
wow.
Bartendress. Vicky Gurdas. I didn't
Okay.
think she was very good, honestly. I think it's the
Uh,
second scene. Not this one, but the second time they come back and visit her. She was pretty bad. Uh,
maybe. But all I remember about this scene is you see Buffy like from a distance and her like hair is going back and forth. I remember they promoted the fuck out of this episode, going like Buffy? Is Buffy in this episode? And they showed that shot of the hair.
yeah,
And
there's a cheat.
it was a cheat. Like, and it was also like we all knew it was going to be a cheat because like if Sarah Michelle Gellar was in the episode, they'd be promoting the fuck
Of
out of that.
course. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're promoting what they have, obviously.
yeah.
It was cool though. I liked how they did it kind of. I remember from this scene, I thought it was funny. Dancing. Why did it have to be dancing? The Indiana snakes. Why did it have to be the
Yeah,
snakes?
yeah.
I liked that. And then she says, that's the immortal and his new girlfriend over there. And they're like, what? And then this guy, I kept writing his name as Ear Cheeks. I don't know what his real name was, but he had ear cheeks.
Yeah,
He
he's an
literally had
Italian
ear.
demon fella.
Right. He was funny. He also had a crush on the immortal. Like, yeah, I love the immortal. So what?
Yeah,
And they all start fighting. He ends up stealing the head. And
that's a fun little slow motion fight. They come back from commercial and they're fighting in slow motion.
there was a fun song. I forgot what it was, or I didn't know what it was, but it was a
Mm.
cool little song. And then Angel and Spike start, they're like hitting each other. And they're like, it's so loud in here. I got confused.
Yeah,
That was so funny. It made no sense. I also don't know why Angel got on Spike's scooter. In that scene, there are many scooters around, like right behind them. They get on a scooter, and there are like 6 or 7 other scooters. Why did he get
I
on the
didn't
scooter
notice
with
that.
Spike? Yeah, it was very weird.
Maybe Angel doesn't know how to drive a scooter.
No, they should have said that though. Uh, it's fine. It was funny. And we like run into him, or he like crashes right into our scooter, breaks our scooter, and we're like all down on our luck. And then we realize, oh wait, there's a Wolfram and Hart in Europe. Let's just go to the Wolfram and Hart.
Yeah, I love that they use the same set as the American
Very
Wolfman Heart.
funny.
They just walk in, it's the same thing.
But they're smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
I liked that too. And her name is Ilona Costa Bianchi, I think. I
This is the head of Italy Wolfman Heart.
Yes. At first, I thought she was the Harmony because she came up to greet them, and that seemed like the assistant's thing to do. Like,
Mm.
oh, let me get. Are you here for an appointment or something? That seemed like the Harmony job, and I was like, oh, they have their own Harmony.
But I
And then
guess
she's
they
like, I'm
know
CEO.
Angel's the head of their own thing. So like the heads of the companies meet each other.
Right, right. But
Yeah.
we do see a little guy Harmony like run up to the door and like let
Yeah.
somebody in or something. Uh, it was very cool, and she was funny, and we learn. Oh, Wesley or Fred's mom is like, Wesley, is there a girl in your life or anything? What's your whole deal? I'd like to set you up with my daughter. And Illyria tells Wesley, she says, listen up, Bucko. I'm only doing this because I don't want to deal with their grief like I have to deal with your crying self every day of the week with you all like, oh, Fred, I miss Fred. Shut up, Wesley, you freaking loser. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I can appear however I want to appear. And this is how I want to do things. And that was pretty scary. She sort of snapped
Bitch.
on him. She's very good there, too. It's cool seeing normal Fred be scary, you know?
Yeah.
I like
She
that.
really switches back and forth between characters like amazingly. You don't really realize what a different role she's playing now until like you see her doing one in the makeup of the other. It's interesting.
Yeah, you're right. I'm watching it. I think like the eyes and the hair do so much, but it's really
Mm,
her. Like
yeah.
she's carrying it all. Uh, and oh, we learned the immortal climbed Mount Everest multiple times. I liked that line. And Alona's also been with the immortal. I think I'm saying that. Alona, I think that's how you say it. And she says our Wesley is sleeping. Don't bother
Yeah.
our version of Wesley. And then she goes in, no, 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 no. And then she like goes into that. Very funny. And they're going to the drop. She says, take the money. We don't need guns. Just take money and buy the head off of them. That'll be a way better idea. And so that's what we go do, but it doesn't really work out. Uh Fred says to Wesley, she says, the visit was most informative. I thought that was weird. What's she trying to learn from that?
She's learning about what it's like to be human, I guess.
I didn't know if she was trying to conquer something or what was happening. But then Wesley says, good, don't do it again. And she's, I guess, listens to him. I don't know. Uh, and then we trade the money, but then there's a bomb, and then we go to a commercial, and it explodes. And I was this Wood's mom's jacket that
Yeah,
burned.
it gets ruined.
Oh my god, I didn't like that. We could have done without that. I thought honestly, that made me too sad.
Really?
I didn't
Well,
want the
it made
jacket to
Spike
get
sad
burned.
too. Had a
And
lot
then
of
he,
sentimental value. But he gets a new jacket, and she says, she says, I sent another one to Los Angeles and a bunch of fine shoes.
oh my gosh, and Angel also has a cool jacket. Comes out in a cool racing type jacket.
When he comes in and she's like so excited to see him in that jacket, that shit is hilarious.
It is very funny. And then they're like, all right, we'll go back to LA. It'll be great. Oh, we go see Andrew first to see if Buffy came by yet. And he says,
Mm.
Buffy, she's still not back. But he's like, I just got out of the shower. I'm on my way out. I suggest you two like move on with your lives. Maybe Buffy will show back up later on. Meet one of you. It's funny we haven't talked. They're both going there to like try to reconnect with Buffy. That's sort of
Mm.
both of their goals. It's very funny. Who do you think has a better shot? I guess I shouldn't tell you. Maybe you know. Should have seen Angel in so long. That'd be hard.
Well, she saw him at the end of season 7 there. He
No, did they?
even references the cookie dough speech that she gives him in the finale.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what that was.
Yeah. Remember, she says, I'm cookie dough. I haven't baked yet.
I always remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he says that
Yeah,
to
I didn't catch
Spike in
that's
the
what that
episode.
was.
Yeah.
You're totally right. She'll be so shocked to see Spike though. Like he'll have a lot of explaining to do. Like you were dead last time. But I mean, it's a crazy world. Why wouldn't he be alive? You know. But Andrew leaves and he's got these two Italian babes on his arms. Like let's go.
You're not fooling anybody, Andrew.
Oh come on, that's your theory. It's no one else. But oh, never mind. He had the thing
Warren.
with Warren. That's confirmed. Oh, he's at least bisexual. He went through a phase
Yeah.
with Warren. Warren was a charming guy though. He was
No, he wasn't.
he was a cult leader. You had to do what that guy said.
Hmm.
Uh, and Illyria's blue again. Angel. Oh, they tell Gunn. They're like, Gunn, we didn't get the head. Sorry. And Gunn's like, what are you guys talking about? It's over there on the table. And they go in, and there's a note. It says, "With regards, the immortal." So the immortal,
Mm.
he did it for them. Did their job for them. Very funny. And Spike had a crazy. I didn't like this. He's like, "Can we lock Buffy up so nobody can ever touch her?"
He says like we did to Pavane.
I didn't know what that was.
That
Oh,
was that it was
Pavane. What is that?
Hellbound earlier in the season. That like sort of
Was that a
like
last name?
yeah, he was like an old ghost that was like living in Wolfram Heart.
Yeah, I forgot what that one, but that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but what was that? He was trying to not have anyone touch Buffy forever and ever.
I mean, he's just joking.
Was he joking?
I think so.
Oh, okay. But I love the ending. They're both sitting on Angel's desk, like, well, I guess we got to move on with our lives. That's the next move. Buffy's doing it. Dating the immortal. I don't know what's coming. I don't know if Buffy's gonna come back or what.
That was I think the intention, but they weren't able to make it work. So we never see Buffy again.
Oh,
Um, but we've got 2 more episodes left of Angel.
it's true.
Wait, let's rank this one.
I put it one ahead of the last one. between Soul Purpose and Time Bomb.
Read me up from Time Bomb.
The Prodigal, Heartthrob, Couplet, Slouching Toward Bethlehem, A New World, Benediction, Players, The Price, Loyalty.
All right, between players and the price is good.
Okay, so you're 58. All right. Who our LVP or our MVP is going to be Alona. What was that actress? Carol Davis.
Wow.
Shout
You
out
wouldn't
to her.
expect her name to be Carol Davis.
It's true.
It's too normal.
Carol with an E though. Carole. I feel
That
like I haven't really
spruces it
seen it.
up a little bit.
Carole Davis.
Great.
Who is the LVP? I'm gonna go with Bartendress.
Sure. I'll go with you on that. Now, let's read the Patreon.
Read the Patreon. Okay. We have 4 comments. We have one from here, one here from Tut. All right. He says, "Sorry I got my comments in late last week. They're down there if you want to take a look."
You want to
Thanks.
take I took a look, but should we read them on the show?
Mm,
That was last week's episode.
feel like that might be a waste of a couple minutes.
Okay, so let's just read his comments for this week.
I did read them though, so
Yeah.
thank you, Tut. Uh, get your comments in on time. He
He was
says,
traveling.
I don't know. He says, one, Illyria is pretty annoying. Lauren still hates Eve. Nice. Yeah. Spike's quip about the internet was lame. Can you remind me what that was?
I don't remember.
Damn. His perfect streak has been broken. Not according to me. I didn't even notice what that was.
Yeah.
So, sorry, you just had snotty comments for this episode, but I did enjoy it overall. Hey, that's all
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Snotty
Fine.
comments, welcome. He says, two, I totally called It's Buffy, giving myself mad props. Oh, when he was watching that, he was like, that's Buffy on the phone. I
I
guess that's
guess
what he
so.
meant by that. Andrew's got a Homestar Runner shirt. What's that?
That was like an early internet thing, like a pre-YouTube like internet video series. I
Wow.
didn't I didn't catch the shirt. I never watched Homestar Runner, but I kind of remember that Josh did. So yeah, he would have spotted that.
That's pretty cool. He says the whole Angel Spike plot line was very silly. I actually appreciate that they're willing to do such frivolous stuff with so few episodes left to go. They also did that in Buffy, if I'm remembering right. Speaking of Buffy, it did feel cheap that they were teasing a Buffy cameo the whole episode and using her as a plot device. I maybe it's cheap, but I kind of liked it honestly. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. He says the Fred stuff was interesting. Yes, always interesting with Fred. Good thing we got through this one without any offensive Italian stereotypes.
No, just funny ones.
The smoking was very funny to me. I thought
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
And that chow scene.
Ciao. I liked her. I guess that's not an Italian thing, but every time she said gypsies, she would spit.
Oh yeah, because gypsies gave him his soul back.
Very
We will
funny.
talk of them no more.
She was awesome. That's a horrible thing. We discovered her so late. She could have been in more of the
I
series. You
know.
know.
You know they would have put her in more episodes.
I want to look her up on IMDb. I meant to do that. Is she Italian or is she doing that?
I don't know.
Her name's Carol Davis. She's probably doing that.
Yeah, probably.
That's why we reacted that way. Laura __ 94 says a few years ago, Tim actually recommended The Girl Next Door to You, Logan. I don't remember that. That's amazing that you remember that, Laura.
Yeah.
I will watch it for Tim.
You know
It,
why it probably came up because you like fired up and what's that
Miss
stupid
March.
yeah, Miss March is the one I was thinking of. Yeah, it's very much along the same lines as those movies.
That makes me want to watch it more. In Austria, she's in Austria. Did we know that?
Austria?
She says in Austria we celebrate Christmas on the 24th. Remember we were talking about like Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
which is also my birthday. Oh, like your sister's Eve, right? But hers is on the 24th. So I completely get what your sister's on about, Daniel.
Wow.
She's in Austria. I didn't know that, I don't think.
Let's remember that this year, what our Christmas episode, we need to celebrate Laura's birthday in addition to Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll remember that
Yeah.
for sure. We'll do like an Arnold movie. He's Austrian. We'll do that for
We could do
her.
Jingle All the Way.
You already did that, didn't you?
I don't. Yeah, I think we
You
did.
did with Larry. Is it Larry the Cable Guy in the second one?
Yep, yep. And Santino Morello.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
He's the Sinbad of that one.
Yeah. Well, no, he's like I think his friend or something.
Sinbad's like the rival trying to also get the
Yeah,
toy.
yeah.
That's awesome, Laura. She says they're finally putting Illyria to good use. Acker is brilliant. The way she holds her head is incredibly creepy. Great note, Laura. You're totally right. She is so good at that. I love
The
that you
head
brought that up.
tilt.
She's like Michael Myers.
She is.
This episode was too much emotional turmoil for me. I don't appreciate having to watch everyone die in about 10 different ways. I thought they died in the one way. And then they tried to kill him a second way, but they survived.
I guess.
But seeing them die the one was enough for me. I didn't like that. I think we like snapped Lauren's neck or something.
Yeah, I
Very
thought
upsetting.
Spike being dusted was like genuinely shocking.
And when she shows them like Angel, that's you in the corner over there, that big
That's
pile of
you and
dust.
that's you in the corner. That's you in the spotlight losing your religion.
What the heck? Good job.
Thank you.
Nobody puts Angel in a corner.
Ah!
She says, star, 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 star. Considering how they left the Buffy connection last time, I expected Buffy to have killed the capo and to now attempt preventing his resurrection. No, she's partying it up with she met a boyfriend. She doesn't care
Yeah,
about the
just chilling.
yeah on the couch. What do they watch? Do they have like they watch Love Island every night? Do they have like a favorite
That's
show?
not on yet.
Damn.
It's
The
2004.
Bachelorette, that's on.
Yeah, they could be binging on The Bachelor.
I bet something like that. Maybe Big Brother 3 nights a week. That's a good show to watch.
Sure. Real World Road Rules Challenge.
Is that? I guess that's on. Yeah, it started then. Since this is a private plane, they could just stock bigger bottles. Was that a problem? They had a problem with the
Yeah,
bottles.
Spike's always complaining that they have tiny bottles of whiskey on the plane.
That's a great point, Laura. However, considering that nowadays we rarely see Lauren without his sea breeze, maybe they should stop encouraging their employees' addictions altogether.
Mm.
What's a sea breeze?
That's the alcoholic beverage that
Ooh,
Lauren regularly drinks out of a
damn,
cocktail glass.
good call, Laura. She says the flashback is hilarious, but why is Angelus always dressed like a peasant?
Is he?
I feel like he is kind of always wearing like rags. I don't
That's
know
his
why.
style,
He would just
baby.
kill a person and take whatever they had. I don't
Yeah.
know. Buffy photo bomb. Does that count? That kind of counts. Buffy stunt double bomb.
Yep.
She really has a
Hair bomb because we couldn't get the actor.
they should do that more, just put a wig on. She really has a type, meaning the supernatural. Is that what she means there? The immortal
Yeah, immortal
beings.
dark-haired men.
Spike has blonde hair.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Rome is doing Andrew a world of good. It is. He's thriving in Rome. Whoever thought that sending Spike and Angel anywhere without responsible supervision was a good idea? Yeah, they've been living their whole life that way though. But I guess they've also been killing a lot of people, which is bad. So maybe you do need to send somebody with them. But they're just fighting over the same girl. Let them have their fun, you know.
Let
It's
them
all
have their fun.
they're not doing no harm, no harmony. I'm sorry. All right, that's the girl in question. Very fun.
Yeah. All right. Next week is the final 2 episodes of Angel.
Damn, I gotta break out my ball shirt. It's the end.
We got the penultimate episode, episode 21, written by David Fury, longtime Buffyverse writer, coming back for one last episode. That one's called Power Play.
Power play. Wow. The last time is now for David Fury.
Mm-hmm. And the final episode, co-written by Jeffrey Bell and Joss Whedon, directed by Jeffrey Bell, is called Not Fade Away.
That brings to mind sad thoughts. I don't like that. I think Angel's gonna get dusted, fade away. I'm just kidding. I really hope not. I'll cry if Angel dies. Or
Okay.
Spike if Spike dies. Or if anyone dies, honestly. I don't want anyone to die.
It's a rough finale.
Really?
Joss Whedon said he was so heartbroken when Angel got canceled, and his goal with the finale was to get the audience to feel the way he felt.
Wow. That's what I love about Buffy and Angel. They always have goals with their writing. Not to say other
Yeah,
shows don't, but this show, like every episode has a very specific we there's like a feeling you have when this happens, and this episode we wanted to capture that. So that's what
right.
this episode is. It's great shows. Josh is good, great artist. I don't want to compliment him too much,
Well, they
but
had to. I remember reading an interview with Jane Espenson where she said, like, occasionally I'd come up with good ideas for Buffy episodes, but if you didn't have something deeper in the pitch, they wouldn't accept it.
that's right. Yeah.
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 Um. All right. So Power Play and Not Fade Away next week. The last two episodes of Angel. Uh, lots to talk. There will be a lot to talk about, and we'll be here.
Mm-hmm. You better be too.
Yeah.
Imagine they listen to this episode, but not the next one. They're like,
Uh,
well, we give up. They're like me
uh,
with Love Island this year. I don't need to watch the finale. Who cares who wins? Who cares if ain't? Oh, by the way, we haven't really touched on the to Shanshu in LA, to that whole thing, or
that's
to
true.
the Shanshu prophecies. You know, what I mean, that we should have dropped that the last half of this season. Really dealing with Lyria.
Well,
I don't know if that'll even come back or
we
not.
get a lot done in these last two episodes.
I'm excited.
All right. We'll see you then. Blood is delish.